Boy, they lose an in-state rivalry game, and the reaction should be fascinating. We should point out that the backup there is Case Keenum, who worked under Kevin Stefanski in Minnesota and had a career year there across the board. His numbers were well above what they had been and have been since, most notably, too. That was Keenum's lone appearance in the playoffs. That was the year of the Minneapolis Miracle and all that kind of stuff. So, Lou, as we look at this, I get that it's week 2. But what do you think is at stake for Baker Mayfield, Louis Riddick, and the Browns as they open again, or as they play the Bengals tonight?
Well, obviously, what you have is you have 2 number 1 overall draft picks going up against one another. One guy trying to establish himself in an organization like Cincinnati, and where they're going to give him a lot more freedom, a lot more leeway to kind of like grow into the role. But he has already shown that he has uncanny and uncommon maturity. For a guy so young, for a guy who has such limited starting experience even in college. But it's someone who they have put the entire weight of the organization on him, and he's saying, hey, bring it on. I can handle it. I have the shoulders to handle it. And it kind of is reflected in his performance, although it's just one game. With Baker, you have someone who people are all over the map with, only because I think he sometimes comes off as being all over the map as far as changing what he wants his approach to be, how he wants people to look at him, and then ultimately what his performance looks like. Now, I know he has been subject to a lot of dysfunction as far as, coaching staffs and the subsequent effect that has on his development. And those are things people need to keep in mind. But for him to lose this game to an in-state rival with a guy who's just making his second career start, for a franchise that has been synonymous with underachieving, I think that would be not good in Cleveland, because I know the fans up there this year have been told this is going to be a year that we're going to turn this around. Kevin Stefanski is the guy, and if Baker doesn't start playing well and they don't start winning games, it's just going to get ugly once again in Cleveland, and that's become all too common up there.
Yeah, I had Jake Trotter, who covers them, on my radio show the other day. He said exactly that. He will lose the fans if they lose this game tonight.
Why set the table if you're not going to let Baker eat? So I think Stefanski failed Baker in that moment. He failed him in some of the third down play designs also. But on first down specifically, you got to go ahead and make those easy plays. Get your short and athletic quarterback out of the pocket, especially if you're running the ball well. So I think that Stefanski is not Kitchens, so he's an upgrade. But saying that you're an upgrade over Kitchens, I don't think it's saying very much. People should expect more from Stefanski to set Baker up to do the things that Baker does well.
We'll see. And again, Schefter, I get that we're being a little bit of professional overreactors today, but I think it is reasonable to say if they lose tonight, the fans are going to lose their minds in Cleveland, understandably so. So what is your sense of the mood and the mentality in Cleveland 1 week into the season?
I'm going to go along with the hysteria on this one, because somebody in Ohio is going to go to 0-2. One of these former number 1 overall picks at quarterback is going to be 0-2. Now, I don't think the expectations for the Bengals are quite the same as they are for the Browns. So if the Browns go 0-2, and there already are questions about how Baker Mayfield and Odell Beckham Jr. are fitting together and getting along, those questions are going to be magnified and expanded upon and scrutinized for 10 days after a loss, and it will be messy in Cleveland if the Browns lose tonight.
Oh, that's interesting. Go ahead.
That's a hysterical
Nick,
Schefter? He said he was going to go to hysterical. That was hysterical Schefter?
I took that as a win. I think we dragged him over to our side. To be honest with you, I think we finally got him over to our side. We're professional overreactors, and we finally got Schefter to overreact. Although I'm not sure it is when it comes to the situation in Cleveland. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.